Hi everyone, welcome back to Better Than Yesterday. I'm your host, Jenna Cosentino, and I'm super excited to kick off, finally, season 2 of this podcast. If you're new here, hi, welcome to the BTY community. It's the best community here in the podcast space. This show is all about self-discipline, real growth, mindset shifts, creating a life that feels as good as it looks, one day at a time, one choice at a time, and always becoming better than yesterday. And if you've been here since season 1, thank you. I've gotten so much positive feedback, and I love hearing when people listen to the podcast. It just means so much, and it means a lot being able to relate to people. So truly, thank you for listening and sticking around and dealing with my shenanigans, because it does get a little crazy on here. It gets a little wild. Whoa. The cats are going crazy. So reflecting on season 1, it was such a special chapter. It was kind of the kickoff to a lot of growth that has happened this past year. My life has changed tremendously, and all for the good, all for the better. And when I launched this podcast, it was a time when I was starting to figure it all out, figure out my routines, my habits, my mindset, my goals. And I was learning how to start, how to show up, and how to stay consistent. And I think that's probably the hardest part when it comes to your life, is just, and your goals, is just trying to stay consistent with everything that you do, and realizing that progress over perfection, you're going to figure it out on your way, and you don't need to be perfect, even though it's hard to not have that mindset of being perfect, you know? So yeah, since then, a lot has changed. I moved again, to Wilmington, North Carolina. I moved back in July, and it has been truly the best decision of my life. I love it here. I loved Raleigh, obviously. When I had that chapter of my life when I moved to Orlando, I don't know if I talked about this on this podcast, but when I lived in Orlando for like 10 months, I missed Raleigh so much. And I just think it was because Orlando was not the place for me. And I always knew I always wanted to be at the beach at some point, and that was either going to be Wilmington or Tampa. And I had it on my list of goals, is that I was going to finish the rest of the year in Raleigh and make my next move. And that came sooner than expected. I moved in July, and oh my God, the cats are going crazy. So yeah, I moved down to Wilmington in July. I didn't know a single soul, and I still work in construction marketing, and I now work for this amazing company, and I'm so truly grateful and blessed for this opportunity. And yeah, moving to a place where you don't know a single soul, and it's difficult, and I kind of went through a little rough time when I did move. We don't need to get deep into this, but as soon as I moved, I was dating somebody, and he broke up with me. I think I lived here for like 2 weeks, and that was just very not isolating. It was a very difficult time for me, but honestly, I am so grateful that it happened, because he was living in Raleigh, I was living here, and I don't think I would have truly thrown myself into making friends, exploring the area, if I was still dating him, because, it would have been back and forth, and my weekends now, or it would have been back and forth and just chaotic. And I am grateful that that ended. And I can say that now because I was down bad, but I have since then met amazing people, and I'm slowly starting to build like a community of friends. And I met somebody, and he's my boyfriend. He has introduced me to just his friends, and they are an amazing group of people. And I'm so, why am I crying? Oh my God. I'm so grateful for that. And I'm grateful for him and how he came into my life very unexpected. And yeah, very, very grateful. Anyways, living in Wilmington has been just awesome. I love being at the beach. I probably live 10, 15 minutes away from the beach, and it's just the best, and it's probably the best decision I have made in my life thus far. So really excited to be here. And my mom actually is moving here as well next weekend, or this coming weekend, I don't know. So that's super exciting. So officially the Cosentinos are at the coast, and we love to see it. Yeah, as we all know, I've been on like a deep personal growth journey this whole year, physically, emotionally, mentally. I've built new habits. I let go of a lot of old versions of myself, and I realized this journey isn't about perfection, and it's just about intention and showing up for yourself even when you don't want to. And it all comes in waves, because before I moved, I was like on my shit. Like I did 75 hard. Like I was moving, man. I was doing really good. And then you move and you get thrown into a new situation and a new way of life, and you have to kind of figure that out. And it takes time, and I have to give myself grace, because I get in my head and I overthink a lot and I get stressed out. And when things aren't going the way that I planned for them to go, or trying to navigate a whole new routine and building that and how that looks like. And I've been here for what, 5 months, I guess? And we're still figuring it out. And now being in a relationship and throwing that in the mix and navigating that and trying to balance friendships, relationships, and making time for yourself. So we are still learning how to navigate that, and we will be discussing more about that type of stuff on these new episodes. So let's talk about season 2, because I'm really excited for it. And it is all about your glow up era and just taking time for yourself and being aligned with your goals and building the habits and working on healing yourself and just becoming the best version of yourself. And that really encompasses the whole better than yesterday tagline that we all love so much. So yeah, this season is all about your glow up era. And like I've said in the beginning of this year, it has been all about me and my glow up and trying to figure my life out, and learning along the way and dealing with a lot of bullshit and how you kind of navigate all of that. So the consistent effort that leads to true transformation is really kind of what I envision your glow up era to be. It's your habits, your healing, and all of that stuff. So this season, we're going to be focusing on the kind of glow up that starts within. And so it's mindset over motivation, systems over shortcuts, and building systems that work for you and having that kind of tailored to your goals, your life, and your situation. We're going to be building confidence. We're going to be talking about routines and discipline, and routines that build the life that you want, showing up as who you want your future self to be. Finally, just going to let go of our old self and the old person who used to doubt you and all of that stuff. And finally, we are going to be letting go of our old self, our bad habits, our bullshit, excuses, all of that. So this is the season that you'll be stepping into the highest, healthiest, and most magnetic version of yourself. We don't need permission, we don't need perfect timing. We just need to commit, and committing to yourself is truly the best decision that you can make. Some people may call it you're being selfish, but truly you have to take care of yourself before you can take care of anybody else. And that is, I think, a hard thing that people have to grasp, and some people don't grasp it, and that's why they suck. This season, we are going to be launching episodes every Tuesday. Follow us over on TikTok. I just created a BTY TikTok, and make sure you follow us on Instagram. And I am working on recording these episodes, like video recording, so I can post those on YouTube. And I don't know, I feel like it adds to like the deeper level of a podcast. If you so choose to want to see my face while I just yap to this microphone. So yeah, follow us on Instagram, TikTok. I'll be sharing just real, unfiltered conversations about having your glow up journey, having your working on yourself, building discipline. We all know how much I love discipline, and that's something that I need to enforce back into my life a little more, because I've had a lot of excuses up in this mind, in this brain, and it needs to stop. Navigating burnout, body image, confidence, hard work, and just consistency and all that fun stuff. We are going to be going deeper than the surface level vibes. This season is meant to meet you where you are and challenge yourself and just become the best version of yourself and who you're meant to be, because I believe we all were put on this earth for a reason, and trying to figure out that reason and our purpose is difficult. And some people don't know how to deal with that, or some people don't know how to understand that or figure that out, because it can be very overwhelming. I wanted to get this season launched before the new year because I think it's very important to end the year strong. We have 2 months left of 2025, which is crazy. You don't have to wait for the new year to like kick off a new set of goals or anything like that. That's just an excuse that people love to use. So we're not going to do that. We are going to end 2025 very strong. I'm super excited for this next chapter of BTY because I think it's going to be the best yet, obviously. And I'm really excited to just build this community and grow it even more and just hopefully help at least one person. I'm going to leave you guys with this. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to start. You need to keep going. You are allowed to grow, evolve, change direction, reinvent yourself as many times as you like. There's no rule book for that. You have the ability to change your life if you don't like it. You are allowed to grow, evolve, change direction, and reinvent yourself as many times as it takes. There's no rule book for that. There's no, you need to wait for this, you need to wait for that. You can change whenever the heck you want. So I want you to claim that energy because this is going to be an exciting season, and we're only working on positive mindset from here on out. I hope you guys enjoyed this little intro to season 2. And like I said, make sure you follow us on Instagram at Better Than Yesterday. What is my Instagram? Hold on. Let's see. Okay. It's at Better Than Yesterday with JC on Instagram. TikTok, it is, TikTok is Better Than Yesterday JC. And once I get that YouTube up and running, I will obviously let you guys know. You can follow us on Spotify, Apple, wherever you listen to your podcasts. Make sure you leave a review and send me a DM if there's anything that you guys want to hear this season or a topic that you want me to talk about. New episodes every Tuesday, and I'll see you guys for a deep dive into healing, habits, and headspace. That is what episode number 2 is all about. Until then, be proud of how far you've come and keep being better than yesterday, and I will talk to you guys soon.